after the written out name. Because people want to be like, we're going to get like the government after a while. Everything is an acronym. And it's hard to keep up. ICE. And that's the opposite of fire. And they firing on people and they call them ICE. All right? New churches, new associations. And when I say new state conventions, I'm hoping that means state conventions that are unaffiliated. And I said that for a reason. We're not trying to split nobody's state convention. But there are a lot of churches out there that are unaffiliated that we need to be seeking them. Evergreen Baptist Church in Oakland had affiliation with NBCA over the years in the past. Who was the predecessor? Was that Pinkett? Yeah, Dr. Pinkett and I, in 2003, 2004, we served on the election commission together. He was pastor of Evergreen. The new pastor, Bishop Brandon, has reaffiliated that church and paid his fees, I think, for the whole year. I went out there and preached. He flew me there, fed me and everything. I had a dinner with some pastors who are interested. And I preached my little speech that Sunday morning, and he treated me like a president. And where is he today? From California. So that's like a new church. But when those come in, it should go through the General Secretary's office. So we want to be sure that the proper information is sent to that church, so we'll gather the data and all that's in the packet for new churches, new associations, new state conventions. Now, I don't know why I have partners under here. That needs to come out.
Brother President.
Yes.
I want to mention also the state attorney general. You preached in front of his family. He told me to tell you you're really blessed.
God bless you. I'm glad I'm not in trouble.
You're right.
Yeah, I preached to the attorney general, and his wife was a representative, right?
Yes.
And they were both at church that Sunday. And then I'm looking at CNN one day, maybe a week or so after, and he's behind the attorney general's seal talking. I said, man, that man was at church and heard me preach. Look, that's good for all of us.
Amen. Networking.
That's good for all of us. Because I haven't been in the company of the Attorney General of Louisiana. The former Attorney General, who's not a governor, but I've been with the one from California. Because we need to know those kind of people. Reverend Alexander, yes. Yes. Good. This week?
They came in last month.
Yes, sir. If you got new churches in your state convention, please encourage them to affiliate. We can't make Baptist churches do anything, but we can encourage.
Amen. So
certainly that would be something that we pass along to the General Secretary. I think the partners is not supposed to be here. I already read them somewhere. So please make that change for me. Give it Reverend Lazard and Reverend Hart and Angelia so we can clean it up. Stage management for our meetings is under the office of the General Secretary because he's a protocol officer. All right? And he will be determining how the stage is set up, and we need to manage it a little bit better. I looked up one day and saw a guy on the stage. I didn't know who that was. And when I went over to him and introduced myself, he was a local pastor from that area. And he was just like he was at church. He came to the thing. He just went up there where you go at the church. I started to ask him for $100. But I mean, we need to control that a little bit. And right now, with all what's going on,
right,
you never know when there's a plant or something.
Yep.
So we just got to be a little more careful. The General Secretary will be attentive. Now, the only thing I would say, and I can say this to him because he's my son in the ministry, Reverend Dixon started preaching under me. All right? You can't be too legalistic now. You know how you go. one way and no other way. You got to kind of be a little flexible. Because he pull a pistol out and start shooting. You don't need that. We got security people. But we got to get it matched. Got to match.
Good man to have on your team.
Somebody was cutting up at my church. They were cutting up at my church one day, and I came in there and they kind of talked a little rough to me. And I said, no, I'm not going to say nothing. I'll have Reverend Dixon to call you and tell you some charged words. Oh, Rev, I'm sorry, don't do that. Because they know he can do it. All right.
Yes, none of us know.
Oh, yeah. All right. God bless you. But that's part. All right. Strategic plan assignments. We have to have a way to stay aligned and aware of our strategic plan. What time is it? Okay. We have to find a way to stay aligned and relating to our strategic plan. There are 5 legs to the strategic plan. We're growing in various areas. And so we have assigned one part of the strategic plan to each one of our vice presidents. So we won't forget about it. It can't just be paper somewhere online. It's got to be implemented, rehearsed. And so as it relates to that, Dr. Bartholomew Banks will lead the part for growing the local church and denominational leaders. Growing the local church and denominational leaders. Dr. Darrell Horton, growing the use of technology. Dr. Mitch Adger, come right quick. Don't fall, but come right quick. And the reason I asked him to come right quick because that's something fresh going on in the Congress. How many of y'all have Sunday school superintendents at your church? Tell them what's going on in NBCA.
We just launched a website. We just launched for the Congress. We just put on the website that you can sign up for level 1, level 2, and level 1 you will receive. You have to take 6 classes. Level 2, you have to take 6 classes. When you complete level 1 and level 2, you become a certified Sunday school teacher for your local church and your local area. And this will start in the month of April. And some of the teachers that are here, they will be teaching those classes. And if you've already taken like Old Testament, New Testament, that will go towards this certification. Amen. And this certification is also being honored by Clap Divinity School as well. Amen.
And so we're facilitating a way for you to get your teachers certified, like continuing education. All right? So that gives you a way to say our convention offers this online. All right, for a small fee, because you know it's a cost to facilitate this. Not trying to make money off it, but we're not trying to go in debt doing it either. All right, and so that is a new offering of our National Congress. And that is in keeping with growing the use of technology. Reverend Darwin Lazard, our second vice president, growing healthy churches is one of the legs, I call it, of our strategic plan, growing healthy churches. And that's why we ended up with the GC2 summit. That's a part of what he would be doing, but there will be things that will be added, but that is part of it. Growing the global impact vision expansion. I've already kind of gone over that the 3 different people report to Reverend Robert Alexander. But that's a part of our strategic plan to grow the Give Partnership. Because let me tell you, all the things we're talking about, when we get this one working, we will have the resources to get it done. Amen. We have almost, with much pain, eliminated the $100, $200, $300 offerings. And it's not that they are not needed. But I'm trying to transition away from that. And I can pick on him because he understands Reverend Chris Wesley. Do you have a $100 bill? But he got $100. They use technology. the young people. And so you're asking for, it's just, and it's a strain and stress. And some of them don't have it to cash out you.
Yeah,
Because you got to have money somewhere.
somewhere. You're right.
Some of the churches are struggling. And we're trying to be sensitive to that. And the way for us to survive is with a systematic, comprehensive giving program, and that's the Global Impact Vision Expansion. I know Reverend Sampson is calling it the Global Impact Vision Explosion. If I find out explosion is working, we're going to change it from expansion to explosion. Whatever it takes, we're going to get it. All right? But we're trying to use that language more than just saying give. Global impact, vision expansion. And that's because of our consultant, Dr. Ira Antoine said, y'all need to start saying it. Because people may get the vision. But that's under Reverend Robert Alexander. And then the final one, which I kind of mentioned earlier, under another president, Reverend Derek White, our fourth vice president, growing the retreat center. We don't have the video of that retreat center, do we?
I have it.
Later on, just maybe find it, but don't find it on the computer we on right now. All right, God bless you.